The story begins in a quiet town in Florida. A young boy named Rob is getting ready for school. Like every day, he waits for his school bus, but instead of standing still, he decides to take a short walk into the forest near his hotel. As Rob walks through the quiet and lonely forest, his mind drifts to a painful memory, the day of his mother's funeral. She passed away just a few months ago, and the sadness is still very fresh in his heart. Even though the memory hurts him deeply, Rob keeps walking calmly, trying to stay strong. After walking for a while, he suddenly notices something unusual. In the middle of the forest, there is an old, broken-down cabin that looks completely abandoned. Curious, Rob slowly walks closer to take a better look, but what he sees next shocks him. Outside the cabin, there is a large tiger locked inside a cage. The tiger notices Rob at the same time. For a moment, they both stare at each other. Rob gets terrified. Without wasting a second, he quickly turns around and runs away as fast as he can. He rushes back home, grabs his backpack, and runs again, this time to catch his school bus. However, his day doesn't get any better. On the bus, some bullies start making fun of him. They tease him again and again, not leaving him alone for even a moment. Rob quietly tolerates everything without saying anything. Then, the bus suddenly stops to pick up a new student. Her name is Sina. As soon as the bullies hear her name, they start laughing at her too. Sina feels embarrassed and angry, but she chooses to stay quiet and sits down, trying to avoid more trouble. Later, in the classroom, the teacher is teaching, but Rob is not paying attention at all. His mind is still stuck on the tiger he saw in the forest. Instead of listening, he starts drawing the tiger on his paper. As he draws, he imagines the tiger moving, as if it is alive. While doing this, Rob also remembers a happy memory of his mother. She used to teach him how to carve things out of wood, and she was very skilled at it. Thinking about her makes him emotional. Suddenly, the teacher interrupts him and tells him that the principal wants to see him immediately. Confused, Rob goes to the principal's office. There, the principal carefully checks Rob's legs. This is when we learn something important. Rob has a serious skin condition. Because of this, his legs often get hurt and irritated. The principal explains that some parents are worried. They think their children might get this condition if they stay too close to Rob. Because of these complaints, the principal tells Rob to keep taking his medicine regularly. He also decides to send a letter to Rob's parents, suggesting that it might be better if Rob stays at home for some time. After hearing all this, Rob quietly leaves the office. While walking back, he notices a teacher struggling to pick up her things that have fallen on the floor. Without thinking twice, Rob quickly goes to help her. The teacher feels happy and thanks him kindly. She introduces herself as Miss Mills and notices the drawing in Rob's hand. Even though Rob is shy, he shows her his drawing of the tiger. Miss Mills looks at it and is very impressed. She praises him and tells him that he is very talented. To encourage him, she asks Rob to come meet her again after she returns from her leave. Rob agrees and promises that he will. Later that day, Rob is waiting outside for school to end. Suddenly, a group of students comes running, and they are chasing Sina. Sina has had enough of being bullied. This time, she decides to fight back and hits one of the kids. But the boy she hits is older and stronger. He pushes her down to the ground. Seeing this, Rob quickly steps in to help her. He tells the bullies to leave Sina alone, but instead of stopping, the bullies now turn their attention toward Rob. Realizing the situation could get worse, Rob quickly runs away to avoid getting hurt. Later, Sina gets on the bus. Her clothes are messy, and her hair is completely ruined. Other students start laughing at her again. This makes her very angry. She comes and sits next to Rob and starts complaining. She says she hates this city and all the people in it. Trying to comfort her, Rob opens up about his own problems. He tells her about his skin condition and everything he is going through. After hearing this, Sina gets a strange idea. She jokingly asks Rob if she can also get infected, just so she doesn't have to come to school anymore. Rob tells Sina that it's not possible for her to get infected because his condition is not contagious. Hearing this, Sina feels a little sorry for him. She decides to help and tells Rob that she will bring his homework from school so he doesn't fall behind. That evening, Rob's father reads the letter sent by the principal. As he reads it, he becomes very angry. He has already explained many times that Rob's condition is not contagious, yet the school still believes otherwise. Even so, he decides it's better if Rob stays at home for a few days. After that, he gives Rob an injection in his leg and then goes to the kitchen to prepare dinner. Later that night, Rob sits quietly in his room and starts carving wood, just like his mother used to teach him. While thinking about the tiger, he also carves a small wooden figure of Sina. After finishing his work, Rob goes to sleep. In his dream, something magical happens. He sees Sina running freely through the forest, smiling happily, and and she is riding on the back of a huge Bengal tiger. The moment feels beautiful and full of freedom. The next day, Rob stays home from school and helps around the hotel with Willie, the cleaning lady. After working for some time, Willie takes a short break and kindly gives Rob some chewing gum. A few hours later, the school bus passes by the hotel. When the bullies see Rob working in the garden, they throw something at him. It hits him hard, and Rob feels a sharp pain in his ribs. He becomes upset and frustrated. Deep inside, he is tired of being treated like this. In his imagination, he starts thinking about the tiger and wonders what it would be like if the tiger could help him stand up to those bullies. After some time, the bus stops, and Sina gets down. She walks toward Rob and gives him his homework from school. Rob feels happy to see her and wants to spend more time with her. So, he tells her about the tiger he found in the forest. Sina becomes very excited and asks him to take her there. Rob agrees, but tells her that they will have to go through the forest. Sina then asks if she can borrow some of his clothes. So both of them quickly go to Rob's father's room. Inside the room, Sina notices many wooden sculptures made by Rob. She is very impressed by his work. While looking at them, she tells Rob that even Michelangelo was a sculptor before becoming a famous painter. She says that Rob is a true artist. Then she finds a wooden figure that looks exactly like her. Smiling, she tells Rob that all his work is perfect. Hearing this, Rob feels shy and doesn't know what to say. He just stands there quietly. To save time, Sina tells him to quickly bring the clothes. After giving her the clothes, Rob waits outside until she is ready. Once everything is set, both of them head toward the forest. After walking for some time, they finally reach the place and see the tiger up close. Both of them are amazed, but also a little scared. Sina then asks why such a powerful and beautiful animal is locked inside a cage in the middle of nowhere. Rob says he doesn't know, but he thinks the tiger might belong to Bale Champ, the owner of the hotel. Hearing this makes Sina angry. She says that the tiger does not deserve to live like this, trapped in a cage just for someone's enjoyment. She insists that they should free the tiger. Rob agrees with her, but explains that it won't be easy. The cage is very strong and they have no way to break the lock. Just then, they hear the sound of a vehicle coming closer. It's Bale Champ. Frightened of being caught, Rob and Sina quickly run away from there. When they finally reach back to the hotel, they see Rob's father standing there waiting for him. Sina politely introduces herself to Rob's father. After that, she goes to a nearby phone booth to call her parents so they can come and pick her up. Meanwhile, Rob's father talks to him about his new friend. He feels happy seeing that Rob finally has someone to spend time with. After some time, Rob gives Sina her clothes back, and both of them wait quietly for her parents to arrive. Soon, Sina's mother comes in her car. She looks very angry. As soon as she sees Sina, she starts scolding her for being missing for so many hours. Then her mother notices the clothes Sina is wearing and begins asking her questions. But Sina is not scared at all. She stands strong and doesn't back down. Trying to handle the situation, her mother talks to Rob and says that Sina only listens to her father. Hearing this makes Sina even more upset. Without saying much more, she gets into the car, and both mother and daughter leave while arguing loudly. After all this, Rob feels confused and a little sad. He quietly goes back home. The next morning, Rob continues helping Willie with cleaning work around the hotel. While working, he asks her an important question. He wants to know what she thinks about animals living in cages with humans. Willie then shares a story from her childhood. She tells Rob that when she was young, her father once gave her a small green bird as a gift. She loved the bird very much and enjoyed spending time with it every day, but deep inside, she always felt bad seeing the bird trapped in a cage. So one day, she decided to set it free. When her father found out, he became very angry and punished her badly. He told her that she had made a big mistake, because now the bird could be eaten by another animal in the forest. But even after all that, Willie says she never regretted her decision. Even today, she still dreams about that bird, flying freely and singing happily. A few hours later, Rob is cleaning outside the hotel when suddenly he comes face to face with Bale Champ. The hotel owner calls Rob over and tells him that he has a job for him. He offers Rob some money if he helps him. Rob feels unsure and a bit uncomfortable, but he still agrees. Then Bale Champ tells him that he recently captured a very rare wild animal. The problem is, the animal needs daily care and attention. So, he asks Rob if he wants to come and see it. At first, Rob tries to refuse. He says his father told him to help Willie with work. But Bale Champ gets angry and says that Rob's father is nobody. He orders Rob to come with him. Rob has no choice, so he goes along. When they reach the place, Rob sees the tiger again. He already knows about it, but he pretends that it's his first time seeing it. Bale Champ explains that he got the tiger from a man who owed him a lot of money. Then he shows Rob how to feed the tiger. Suddenly, the tiger jumps toward the cage and tries to attack. This scares Bale Champ so much that he falls to the ground. Rob almost starts laughing, but somehow controls himself. After that, Bail Champ gives Rob the keys and tells him to take care of the tiger. Before leaving, he insults the tiger and calls it a useless animal, but the tiger doesn't stay quiet after that. Suddenly, it sprays its waste straight at Bail Champ. The man gets disgusted and starts screaming. He quickly runs away from there, taking Rob with him. On the way back to the hotel, Bail Champ stops and talks to Rob. He tells him to keep everything a secret. If anyone finds out, both of them could get into serious trouble. Then, he gives Rob a plastic bag filled with meat for the tiger. He says he will bring more the next day, and tells Rob to continue taking care of it. Just then, Miss Mills drives by in her car. She notices something strange and stops to ask what is going on. Before things get complicated, Rob quickly says that everything is fine. Bail Champ then rudely tells her to leave. Before going, Miss Mills tells Rob to come meet her when he returns to school. But after seeing Bail Champ's warning look, she decides not to argue and quietly drives away. Later, Rob tries to hide the bag of meat somewhere inside his house. He doesn't want to go against Bail Champ's orders. After that, he looks at the keys in his hand and starts thinking deeply. Should he free the tiger or not? Just then, the school bus passes by again. Sina gets down and comes to meet Rob. She tells him that she wants to see the tiger one more time. Excited, both of them quickly run back into the forest. When they reach the cage, Rob realizes that he can't hide the truth anymore. So, he tells Sina everything about Bail Champ and how he asked him to take care of the tiger. Hearing this, Sina becomes even more excited. She says that now they finally have a chance to free the tiger because it is a rare and endangered animal, but Rob is still unsure. He tells her about Willie's story and explains that the tiger might not survive alone in the wild. However, Sina refuses to listen. She says that she will free the tiger no matter what, even if she has to do it alone. During their argument, she gets very angry and starts shaking the cage. But suddenly, she breaks down and starts crying. Seeing this, Rob gently calms her down. To make the tiger feel better, Sina removes the cover from the top of the cage so it can see the outside world. That night, both Rob and Sina sit beside the tiger quietly. They don't say much. They just sit there together, watching the stars in the sky. After some time, they return to the hotel. There, they meet Willie again. But this time, Sina behaves a bit rudely with her. Even then, Willie does not get angry. She stays calm and talks kindly to Sina. She tells her that when she was young, she was also very rebellious. Then she gently explains that Sina needs to learn how to control herself, because in life, no one else is going to fix her problems. Hearing this, Sina becomes quiet. She doesn't have anything to say. After that, Willie leaves in her vehicle, while Rob and Sina stand there watching her go. Later, Rob goes back home after saying goodbye to Sina. But as soon as he enters the house, his father stops him. He asks angrily where the bag of rotten meat came from. Even though Rob was told to keep it a secret, he decides not to lie. He tells his father that Bail Champ gave it to him. Instead of understanding, his father gets even more angry. He thinks that Bail Champ gave them the meat as an insult, as if they are too poor to afford their own food. In anger, he throws the bag against the wall. Then he sits down trying to calm himself. Rob feels worried and tries to talk to him, but his father tells him to leave him alone. So Rob quietly goes outside and starts carving wood again. The next morning, Rob looks at the wooden figure he made. In his imagination, the carved animal starts moving around him, as if it is alive. A little later, Rob gives Willie a wooden bird as a gift. Willie feels very happy and deeply touched by it. Soon after, Rob meets Sina again when she gets down from the school bus. As soon as she comes near him, she tells him that her mother is now very angry. She has strictly warned Sina not to meet Rob anymore, but Sina clearly doesn't care about this warning. She says she is not going to listen to her mother at all. Instead, she is still thinking about the tiger. She tells Rob that they should talk to Willie and ask for her advice. Then she asks Rob where Willie is. After finding Willie, both Rob and Sina tell her everything about the tiger hidden in the forest. At first, Willie finds it hard to believe. It sounds too shocking to be true. So to prove it, Rob and Sina take her deep into the forest. When Willie finally sees the tiger trapped inside the cage, her reaction changes immediately. She gets angry and disturbed. Looking at the tiger, she says that this is exactly the kind of cruel thing Bail Champ would do, keeping a wild animal locked up like this. Sina quickly steps in and asks Willie what they should do now. Without thinking twice, she tells Rob to open the cage and free the tiger right away, but Willie stops them. She refuses to help and explains her point calmly but firmly. She says that even though Bail Champ is wrong for keeping the tiger locked up, freeing it is not that simple. The tiger has been trapped for a long time, and it might not be able to survive alone in the wild. Sina doesn't agree at all. She argues that the tiger is a wild animal, and it deserves freedom no matter what. According to her, it will learn to survive just like other animals in the forest. But Willie doesn't change her decision. She explains something important to both of them. Sometimes doing what feels right emotionally is not always the safest or smartest choice in reality. This makes Sina even more frustrated and angry. She says she doesn't want to wait anymore. She believes that when her father comes, he will understand her and help her free the tiger. At this point, Rob says something unexpected. He tells Sina that maybe her mother is actually right, and maybe her father is not as perfect as she thinks. This hurts Sina deeply. She feels betrayed. Her anger turns into pain, and she immediately ends their friendship. She tells Rob that she hates him and that she never wants to talk to him again. After saying this, she walks away. Rob stands there, feeling guilty and confused. Seeing him like this, Willie tries to comfort him and asks him to come back to the hotel with her. After a few minutes, Rob notices Sina walking away alone. He starts thinking about everything: her anger, the tiger, and their friendship. Finally, he makes a decision. He runs after her and stops her. Then he tells her that he has changed his mind. He says that he is now ready to free the tiger. At first, Sina doesn't believe him. She thinks he is just saying it, but Rob insists. He looks serious and tells her that he is doing this not just for the tiger, but also for their friendship. At that exact moment, Bale Champ arrives in his car. He comes near them and introduces himself to Sina in a normal way, as if nothing is wrong. Then he tells Rob to pick up a package later from the hotel office. Rob agrees calmly, trying not to show anything suspicious. After that, Bale Champ says he is going to meet Rob's father for some work and drives away. As soon as he leaves, Rob and Sina look at each other. They both understand that this is the perfect chance. Without wasting any time, they start running toward the forest. Their hearts are beating fast, partly out of fear and partly out of excitement. When they reach the cage, the tiger is still inside, weak and hungry. Even though they know the tiger hasn't eaten for 2 days, they don't stop. Rob quickly takes out the keys and starts unlocking the cage, one lock at a time. Both of them know that this decision could be dangerous, but still they choose to go ahead. Finally, the cage door opens. For a moment, everything becomes completely silent. The tiger slowly stands up. After being locked inside for so long, it almost feels unreal to him, like he is trying to understand that he is finally free. Rob steps back, his heart beating fast. With a mix of fear and excitement, he shouts, telling the tiger to go, to run free into the forest. But at that moment, Sina gently holds him and calms him down. She softly says that the tiger already understands. It knows that it is finally free. The tiger slowly walks out of the cage. Then suddenly, it stops right beside them. Carefully, both Rob and Sina reach out and touch the tiger. There is no fear now, only a deep, emotional connection. It's a peaceful and unforgettable moment for both of them. After that, the tiger slowly moves forward and starts walking away into the forest. Before disappearing completely, it turns slightly and lets out a loud, powerful roar. That roar echoes through the forest, like a symbol of freedom. Rob and Sina look at each other. They feel proud and happy. In their hearts, they truly believe they did the right thing. But suddenly, everything changes. A loud gunshot breaks the silence. Sina gets terrified. She immediately drops to the ground, struggling to breathe in fear. Rob is shocked and confused, but without wasting time, both of them run toward the road to see what happened. And what they see breaks their hearts. The tiger is lying on the ground. It is completely still, not moving at all. Rob's heart sinks as he slowly realizes the truth. His father shot the tiger. He did it to save Bale Champ, who had been attacked and knocked down by the tiger. At the same time, Willie also arrives at the scene. Rob, full of shock, pain, and anger, looks at his father and asks him why he did this. That's when the truth comes out. It was never planned. It was an accident. Rob's father explains that he was actually trying to defend himself. During a heated argument, Bale Champ tried to shoot him. In that chaotic moment, things went out of control, and the tiger got shot instead. Even though it wasn't intentional, Rob's father cannot say much. His silence only makes things worse. Rob's emotions explode. He runs toward his father, pushing him in anger. He shouts that he hates him and that he doesn't want to live with him anymore. Then he says something deeply emotional. He asks his father to say his mother's name because he hasn't spoken it even once since she passed away. Hearing this breaks his father completely. With tears in his eyes, he finally says her name, Caroline. Overcome with emotion, he pulls Rob into a tight hug. Nearby, Willie hugs Sina, trying to comfort her as she quietly cries. To avoid any further trouble, Rob's father helps Bale Champ stand up. After everything that has happened, Bale Champ leaves the place. Now, Everything is over. The forest feels empty. The tiger is gone. Willie softly speaks to the kids. She tells them that the tiger is in a better place now, free from pain and suffering. At that moment, she notices something surprising. Rob's legs look much better, almost healed. Seeing this gives her a small sense of happiness in such a sad moment. After saying their final goodbye to the tiger, everyone slowly starts to leave. Sina turns toward Rob. With a soft voice, she apologizes to him for everything. She tells him that he is the best friend she could ever have. Rob quietly listens, and both of them start walking away together. On their way, they come across the drawing of the tiger that Rob had made a few days ago. Sina stops and looks at it carefully. She feels amazed by how beautiful it is. She tells Rob that it's an incredible piece of art. Hearing this, Rob smiles gently and tells her that she can keep the drawing. Sina feels happy and touched. To thank him, she softly kisses him on the cheek. After that, both of them walk away together. So, what do you think about this movie? Tell me your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this recap, don't forget to like and subscribe.